Okay, we can say the past continuous or the past progressive. But let's start with this exercise. You're going to work individually to match sentences 1, 2, 3 to photos A to C, and you have 1 minute. You have one.
Can you repeat? Can you repeat?
Again, it's written. You're going to work individually. Everyone is working alone, okay, individually. What are you going to do? Match the sentences. Forget about exercise A. You will do exercise B. Match the sentences 1 to 3, these sentences, to the photos A, B, and C, and you have 1 minute. You have to read the sentence and match it to the picture. So number 1, is it A, B, or C? Number 2, number 3, so on. So are you going to work? Tell me, are you going to work individually or in groups? Individually. Yes. Are you going to match or choose?
Match.
How much time do you have? How much time?
1 minute.
1 minute. Yes, go on. Hannah sent me the answers. Okay, great job, Hannah. Okay, are you finished? Tell me, unmute yourself and tell me, are you finished?
No.
Not yet. It's easy. Okay, our time is over, and let's check your answers. Luigi sent in the chat. Okay, we will check. Okay, Omar, can you read number 1? Yes, Omar.
I was traveling back from China and we met on the plane. Number C.
Letter C. Okay, great job. Well done. It's correct. So that's C. Yes, Hannah, number 2.
Okay. We first met when she was renting a room in my sister's flat. Number B.
Letter B. That's right. Great job. Luigi, number 3.
We were standing at a bus stop and he said hello. Number A.
Yes, this is letter A. That's right. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Okay, before we start, I want to tell you about a vocabulary. It's only 1 word. So I want you to look at this picture and tell me, what can you see in the picture? What can you see in the picture? Yes. Huh?
Father and mother.
Father and mother. Okay, maybe. So here is what this is: the man, and this is, yes, a man and a woman. Yes. Do you think they live together? Do you think they live together in the same house?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Do you think they are married?
Again?
Yes.
Do you think they are married?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. If 2 persons or 2 people who are married together, do you know what do we call them? Two persons who are married together. Do you think? Sorry, again, Luigi?
I think we call them couples.
Couple, okay, but if they are married, the couple could be married or not. If they are
Not
married, they have
Like a single and married.
what do we call the women if they are married? We call the man what and the woman what if they are married? Okay, we call them husband and husband and wife. Okay.
husband and wife.
Yes, that's right. So the man is husband and the woman is wife. Okay. So husband means a man who is married to the woman, and wife, the woman who is married to the man. So again, sorry, a man and a woman who are married to each other. A man and a woman who are married to each other. So let's say it again. Husband and wife. Husband and wife. Repeat it.
Man.
No. Repeat it. Husband and wife.
Husband and wife.
Husband and wife.
Again,
Husband and wife.
Husband and wife.
Yes, here is the word. Okay. The word is what again? Husband. This is the husband and wife. Okay. All right. Now we have a dialogue to read. It's 3 parts. The dialogue is divided into 3 parts, A, B, and C. You're going to work in pairs, so each two will read together to read the dialogue and then choose the correct answer. Okay. So after reading, are you going to choose or match?
Choose.
After reading, you're going to choose. Yes. How much time do you have?
We have 3 minutes.
3 minutes. So let's start with the first pair. The man is Abdu and Helen is Hannah. So Abdu and Hannah, letter A, start.
Okay.
Okay. Where did you first meet your husband, Helen?
We were standing at a bus stop and he said hello.
Okay, great job. Thank you. Let's go to B. The woman is Luigi and the man is Omar. This is Ray. Ray is a man. He's Omar. Okay. You can start, okay. Luigi.
How did you meet your wife, Ray?
We first met when she was renting a room in my sister's flat.
All right. Letter C. The woman is Asmahan and we've got Omar is Red and Anas is Colin. Okay. You can start, Asmahan.
What did you
Did you read Abdu? Abdu didn't read, so okay.
I read.
You have? Yes, okay. Asmahan, Anas, can you hear me, Anas? Because Anas is muted.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Yes, Asmahan again, sorry.
Where did you meet your wife?
Okay, Anas, you're calling, can read it.
Where did you meet your...
No. You're going to read Colin. Okay, go on.
I was traveling back from
China.
and we met on the plane.
That's right, and we met on the plane. Okay, so now I'm going to give you the choose exercise. Let's check your understanding and if you remember what you have read or not. Okay, think for 1 minute. Think for 1 minute, and then I will ask you to read and choose. Okay, let's start. Luigi can read number 1.
Yes, Helen and her husband were standing at a bus stop and he said hello.
That's right. Great job. Thank you so much. Abdu, number 2.
Ray and his wife first met when she was renting a room in his sister's house.
In her sister's house. Are you sure?
No, flat.
Okay.
Because I read it.
Yes, that's right. It's flat. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Hannah, number 3.
Okay. Colin was traveling back from China and they met on the plane.
Great job. Yeah, that's right. Thank you all. Now, sorry. Let's look at this sentence again. I was traveling back from China and we met on the bus. How many verbs here do we have?
Verbs,
verbs?
two.
We have two
Traveling
verbs.
and met.
Yes, that's right. The first is one. The first one is was traveling, and the second is met. Okay.
Met.
Do you know what do we call the verb was traveling? Or we have already studied met before, right? We have studied the verb. Yeah. What is the tense of the verb met?
What do you mean?
Okay, if I said we met on the plane, which tense is this verb?
The
Simple.
Yes,
Past
great
simple.
job. Yes, this is
Yes,
the past simple that we have studied last session. We met, the past of the verb meet. Anas, raising your hand. Do you have a question? Okay.
معلش يا استاذ الحاجات اتلخبطت عندي ثانيه.
Okay.
فاتح الشات.
No problem.
مش
Yes.
شايف.
Okay. And the verb was traveling. Was traveling. Do you know what's the tense for the verb what was traveling? I was traveling back from China. What do we call this? Yes, it's called what? Past continuous.
Past continuous.
That's right. Okay, so this is what we call the past continuous. The sentence again, and let me ask you some questions. Which action started first? Here we have two actions, right? Was traveling and met. Which one started first?
I
was traveling.
I'm talking, Hannah, about the actions. Was traveling and met. Was traveling started first or met? Which one started first?
Okay.
What do you think?
Was traveling.
Yes, so the traveling action started first, right? Then they met. Okay, they started traveling first and then they met. So the first action was traveling. Okay, another question. Which action was shorter? You know, we have longer and shorter. Which one is long? Which action is long for longer time and which one for shorter time?
Met is
So the question is shorter. Which action was shorter for a short time? Was traveling or met?
Met.
Yes, met, because traveling is, okay. The next question I will not answer. Which action was longer?
Traveling.
Yes,
Was
that's right.
traveling.
Was traveling is the long or the longer action, because they started traveling, then they met each other, and then they continue with traveling. So traveling is the long action and met is the short action, because they met while traveling. Okay. Another question. Did the traveling continue after they met?
Yes.
Or they stopped the traveling
Yes.
when they met?
Yes, they did.
Did they continue?
Yes, continue. They continue traveling.
Yes, they continue. Yes, they did. or yes, the traveling can continue or continued after they met. So yes, it did. Another question. We have asked it before. Which verb is the past continuous?
That was traveling.
Was traveling.
Was
Which
traveling.
verb is the past simple?
Met.
Yeah.
Met.
So was traveling is the past continuous, and met is the past simple. Okay. And here is the meaning or the usage of the past continuous. Abdi, you can read it.
Yes, we use the past continuous to talk about an action that was in progress when another shorter action happened. The action in the past continuous might continue after this point.
Okay, so let's explain it again. Action that was in progress. Progress means it was continuous. Okay, it was happening. Okay, this is the meaning of the word in progress. It means it was continuous. It was happening when another, which is the shorter action happened. So the action which was in progress was traveling, and the shorter action is met. And the action in the past continuous, which was traveling, or the traveling action, might continue after this point. And it may stop, by the way. It might continue or might not. Okay, maybe the shorter action stops you and it might continue. Okay, so again, let's look at this sentence and this drawing. It helps us understand. This is the past, and this is now. Sorry, here is now, and here is the future. So this action was traveling, was in the past, present, or future? Was in the past, right? Yes, it was in the past. Now, and here is the future. So it happened in the past. Okay, it started from this point and ended at this point in the past. And here is the verb met in the middle. Okay, in the middle. So was traveling is longer than the verb met. Was traveling is the longer action, and met is the shorter action. Okay. Again, was traveling longer action, which is the past continuous, and met shorter action, which is the past simple. Another meaning for the past continuous you should be careful about. Read it, Luigi.
We also use the past continuous to talk about an action that was in process at a point of time in the past.
Yeah, it was in progress. It was continuous at a point. It's not important to have another action. It could be one action, like this sentence. I was walking at 9:30. Okay, this is a point or a certain time in the past. I was walking at this time. For example, let's look also at this timeline. Here's the past, and the action started from this point. For example, let's say here it's 9 o'clock and here it's 10 o'clock. It started at 9 and finished at finished at 10. So at 9:30, what was happening? I was walking.
They were talking.
Yes, the action was in progress. The action was continuous at this time or at this point in time. Okay. Now let's come to the form. Let me ask you, how do we make the past continuous positive?
Yes, Mister.
Again, how can we make the verb in the past continuous, the positive verb or affirmative?
Affirmative. Negative.
No. I am asking how to make the verb. What's the form of the verb in the past continuous? The sentence is, I was traveling back from China and we met. Here I'm asking about the past continuous. How do we make the past continuous positive? This verb, what's the form of the past continuous in this sentence? How can we make the verb? What's the form of the verb?
Subject plus was plus verb plus ing.
Yes. Is it always was, or we can use another word?
We can use were.
That's right. Great job, Abdul. So we make the verb by using was or were, then the verb plus ing. So here it's was, and the verb travel plus ing. Okay, how can we make the negative? If you want this sentence negative, I was traveling back. If you want it negative, what can you do?
We make subject plus didn't plus verb infinite.
What about the others? Only one is speaking, Abdurrahman. What about the others? Hannah, what do you think? Anas, Omar.
Was and were plus verb plus didn't plus verb.
Okay, we will use didn't. All right, what do you think, Luigi?
Yes, was or were plus not plus verb plus ing.
So we will not use didn't. We don't use didn't here, right?
Yes, we will use not, wasn't, or weren't. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Luigi and Abdul and Hannah. So in the negative, we just put not after was and were. So if you want the verb was to be negative, just put not or n apostrophe t to be wasn't. Okay. Where if you want were to be negative, we just make it weren't. So in the past continuous, we don't use didn't. But if you wanted the verb met in the past simple negative, in this case, we use didn't plus infinitive. Okay, so didn't plus infinitive is in the past simple. In the past simple, in this sentence, I can say, we didn't meet. We didn't meet on the plane. But in the past continuous, wasn't and weren't. All right. So again, here's the form, subject, was and were for the positive or the affirmative, and then the verb ing. Okay, can you tell me what subject pronouns that take was and which subject pronouns take were?
Yes.
Yes, tell me, when do we use was and when do we
I
use
and he and she and it take was, and you and we and they take were.
Yes, that's right. Great job, Abdul. So after I, he, she, it, we use was. After you, we, and they, we use were. And here is the verb plus ing. For example, the verb studying, study plus ing. So you can say, I was studying at 8 last night. And be careful, here I have a point in time. Okay, Abdul?
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you, if we don't have at 8, if I remove the word at 8, it should be past simple, right?
Right.
Without the time, the point at 8, with last night, it will be past simple. So you can say, I studied last night. I studied in the past. I studied last night, but I was studying at 8 last night. So again, tell me, what will happen if I removed at 8 from the sentence? I want you to tell me.
What will happen? What?
If I removed at 8 from the sentence?
I studying last night.
Studying or studied?
I studied last night.
Yes, studied. It will be past simple without at 8, because this is the point in the past. If you remove this point, it will be past simple. Okay. And this is the negative. It's the same. Wasn't or weren't, wasn't, were plus not. Was will be was not or wasn't. Were not or weren't. It's the same. So you can say, I wasn't driving a car, or you can say they weren't driving a car. Okay. The spelling of the ing, do you remember when we studied the present continuous? Do you remember the spelling for the ing? It's the same. The spelling for the ing, yes, it's the same. So this verb is visit. How can we put ing to this verb?
Visiting.
Visiting.
ing, right? We
Yes.
need ing. Okay, Marwan is in the session. Welcome, Marwan.
Welcome, Mr. I'm sorry.
Why are you late?
Because I have a course.
Okay, all right. Okay,
I'm sorry.
no problem. You can continue with us and you can watch the recorded session for the part that you have missed. Okay, so here we're going, Marwan, we're talking about adding the ing to the verb. So if you want the verb visit in the ing form, we'll just add ing like this. Okay, what about the verb live?
هتبقى living.
We put ing to this verb, ing.
living.
How?
We remove E. We remove E.
Yes, we drop or remove the letter E and then put the ing. So if the verb ends in E and you want to add ing, we remove the letter E and then add ing. What about the verb carry?
We remove the letter Y.
And then
Remove the Y and put ing.
Again. Okay, in the ing, you don't remove the letter Y. Remove the letter Y if you want to add S or IES or IED. Okay, but in the ing, you don't remove the letter Y. In the ing, you remove the letter Y. What about run?
Double N and ing.
Why Marwan?
Because U is
Vowel.
vowel, yeah.
And the N is consonant. Yes, the
N.
verb ends in a vowel and a consonant, and it's one syllable. So we double the consonant, double N, and then the ing. You can revise the ing spelling rules in the second session, the present continuous. I don't want to repeat it again. Okay, here is an exercise. I want you to choose a number and tell me what were they doing at 10 yesterday. So choose any number and think of a sentence. If you want to send it to the chat or say it, it's okay, no problem. But be careful to use the past continuous because these actions happened at 10 yesterday. So let's check. Okay, you can
Can you give me a minute? Give
Okay.
us a minute.
All right, okay, you have 1 minute. You can raise your hand to say it or send it to the chat. It's up to you. After 1 minute. Okay, Abdu, you want to say your sentence?
Yes.
Okay. Which
I
number?
said, number 3.
Okay, go on.
She was climbing the tree at 10 yesterday.
Okay, can you say the verb again? It's correct. Can you say the verb again?
Climbing the tree at 10 yesterday.
Okay, the verb is climbing. Be silent. Be careful.
Okay.
Okay, so can you say it again?
She was climbing climbing the tree at 10 yesterday.
Okay, do you remember, all of you, do you remember what we have said about the ing at the end? Do we
Yes,
pronounce, we say the letter G?
remove the G.
We don't say the G and
Yes.
like reading.
That's right. So we say she was climbing the tree. Okay, thank you, Abdu. Great job. Yes, Luigi.
She was feeding the ducks at 10 yesterday.
Yeah, this is number 4, right? Or number 7? Okay.
7.
Yeah, she
7.
was feeding. That's right. She was feeding the ducks. Great job. Marwan?
Number 6.
Okay, go on.
She reading at 10 yesterday.
Okay, again, can you say it again?
She reading.
Okay, don't forget Marwan because you come late. Before using the ing, we use was and were because this is the past continuous. After the subject, we use was or were, then the verb plus ing. Can you say it again?
Okay, she was reading at 10 yesterday.
That's right. Yes, she was reading or she was reading a magazine at 10 yesterday. Yes, Hannah? You're muted, Hannah.
Okay, number 5.
Okay.
He was taking a picture at 10 yesterday.
Great job. He was taking a picture at 10. Okay, where are the others? Asmahan, Anas, Omar. I didn't hear from you. Yes, Omar, Asmahan and Anas, I'm waiting for you.
Yes.
Okay, tell me a sentence, Omar.
Number 7. She was feeding the birds.
Okay, she was feeding the birds or the ducks. Okay, thank you. Asmahan. Asmahan, Anas, where are you? Yes, Asmahan. Okay, you can choose number 1 and I can help you. Okay, what's the subject here?
He was.
Okay, great. Yes, he was.
He was reading books.
Great. Yes, that's it. Excellent. He was reading the book at 10 yesterday. Great job. Anas?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us a sentence?
Yes.
Choose a number. Choose a number. Choose a number, Anas. Which number?
Okay, 6.
Number 6. Okay.
Did he reading
the girl or she? Yes.
The image book.
Yeah, she or the girl was reading. Okay. The girl was reading. Okay, or she was reading. Okay, whatever English book, magazine, no problem. Okay, thank you all. Let's move on the questions, but first let's read this dialogue. Win Abdan Omar. Abdan Omar, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Abdi, you can start.
Okay. Hi Omar, did you hear about the accident?
Hi Abdu, yes I did.
What were you doing? What it happened? When it happened?
I was playing computer games.
Were you playing with your brother?
No, I wasn't. I was playing alone.
What was your dad doing?
He was sleeping.
He was okay. Okay, take care.
All right. Thank you, Omar and Abdu. And
Mister, there is a mistake in the question. You put full stop and the sentence you put question mark.
That's right. Here in this one, there should be a question word, and here a question mark, and this is a full stop. Okay. You know, I'll fix it right now. Okay.
Yes, yes.
No problem. Just a minute. Yes, that's it. This one. Here's question mark. Okay. And let me share it again. And, all right. Okay. Now, let's look at these questions. Let me start with this one, the yes, no question. This one, which is answered, no, I wasn't. Here Abdu asks Omar, were you playing with your brother? And here he answered, no, I wasn't. So what's the form of the yes, no question here in this question? How did Abdu start this question? He started with what? Yes, he started with where, then
Plus subject.
Where plus subject plus verb plus ing.
Yes, great job. These are the three main points or the three main parts here. Where, subject, and verb plus ing. Is it always where?
No, it may be was.
It could be was. Yes, it could be was if the subject is I, he, she, or it. Okay, what about the WH question? Here is this one. What were you doing? And here, what was your dad doing? So
The WH word.
These questions or make these questions. Okay.
WH word plus was or plus was or were plus plus subject.
Where are the others? Only Hannah and Abdu are speaking. I want all of you to participate.
Plus subject plus verb and ing.
Was and where plus subject.
Yes, so here he started with the question word what, then was or where, the subject you or your dad, doing, verb plus ing. Okay, so here's the form again. Was or where, subject, verb plus ing. This is the yes no question. So was if the subject is I, he, she, or it. Where if the subject is you, we, or they. And here the verb ing. So you can say, was she surfing? Yes, she was. The answer could be no, she wasn't. Were you surfing? You can say, yes, I were, or no, I weren't. Let me ask you this question. Was she watching TV yesterday at midnight? Look at the picture here.
She wasn't.
Was she watching TV?
No.
No, she wasn't.
Yes.
No, he wasn't.
What was she doing?
She was sleeping.
Sleeping.
She
Again?
was sleeping.
She was sleeping. Yes, great
She
job.
was sleeping.
So no, she wasn't. She was sleeping. Another question. Was she having dinner yesterday at 9 p.m.?
Yes, she was.
Yes,
Yes,
she
she
was.
was.
Yes,
you have.
he was. Yes. This is called short answer. If you want a long or a full answer, you can say, yes, she was having dinner
She eating
yesterday
ice cream.
at 9 p.m. Whatever, it was dinner, ice cream, or whatever she's eating, let's make it dinner. Okay. And here are the WH questions. Question word was or were, subject, and the verb plus ing. The same was for I, he, she, it, and were for you, we, or they, and the verb in the ing. So you can say, what was he doing? Or where were you playing, for example. You can say, who was surfing? Okay. So let's answer this question. What was he doing yesterday at 7?
He took a shower. He was taking a shower.
That's
He
right.
was
Taking a
taking a shower at
He
7
was
a.m.
taking a shower.
That's right. You can say take or have with the noun shower. So you can say he was taking or he was having a shower. It's okay. It's right. Okay. Now, time for practice. Remember this sentence. It's the same. Okay, for all the sessions. I was writing an exercise at 8 last night. I want you to make a WH question. So
And the answer was writing an
writing
exercise.
an exercise, yes.
Okay.
Write a question, WH question, and I want the answer to be writing an exercise. Ask about writing an exercise. So which question word should we use? We should start with what here? What is the question word?
What?
Yes, what? The question word is what? All of you, please write it. Asman, Enes, Omer. Okay, a great job, Abdu, but be careful.
Yes, the what, the W should be capital. I know.
Not this point, another point, which is more important. What was you?
No, 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 no. Yes, yes, I know.
Logi, great job.
بس هو أنا عايزة أقولها دلوقتي كده يعني.
Okay, sorry, Ismahan.
عايزة أقولها كده يعني كلام مكتب.
You want to answer this point, this question? Okay. Yes, Asman, what do you want to say? Okay.
أو دلوقتي.
Okay, all right.
What was you writing at last night? At 8 last night.
Again, sorry, I can't hear you. Speak loudly. Speak up.
What was you writing at 8 last night?
Okay, what was you? If you have the subject you, we use was or were. Was you or were you? Yes, Asmahan. Asmahan, can you tell me? With was, do we use, sorry, with you, we use was or were?
Where?
Yes, were. So the question should be, yes, great job in the chat. The question should be, what were you? Okay, what were you? If you said, what was I? No problem. If you're talking to yourself, okay, if you're trying, what was I doing at 8 last night? I'm talking to myself, I'm trying to remember. It's okay in this case. But if you're asking someone else, you should change I into you, and with you we use were, not was. Be careful about this point. Another question. Someone's talking to his friend yesterday at 7. I want you to make a question so the answer will be yesterday at 7. Okay?
Mr. Can I say it or no?
Question word will be when.
Yes, when. That's right. Ask about the time. Marwan, if you're ready, you can answer it, because I know you can't write quickly.
When was Sam talk?
Yes. That's right, Abdul. Yes, okay, and yes,
Was
Marwan, go on.
his, not him. I mistaken.
Yes, Marwan, go on. Yes. What was Sam?
When?
Sorry, when? Yes.
When was Sam talking
to his friend?
Yeah.
When was Sam talking to his friend? I'm asking about the time.
His friend.
Yes, that's right. Yes, Luigi. Okay, and Hannah, all right. That's right. Okay. The last question. The children were playing in the garden at 10 this morning. So I want you to ask about in the garden.
The question word will be where.
Yes, where, that's right. To ask about the place. Okay, great job, Omar. But be careful, Omar, the children was where? Children, is it singular or plural? Yes, that's right. We should be careful about this point. Yes. Yes, Hannah, that's right. Okay, Hannah, you can say number 3. Yes, Abdu, okay, and Luigi, all right. Hannah? Number 3, Hannah, okay. What's the question?
Okay. Where were they playing at 10 this morning?
That's right. Where were they, or the children, no problem. If you said the children or they, it's okay. So, where were they playing at 10 this morning? This is playing without letter L, no problem. Okay, here's we are about to finish, but this is a very important point I want to tell you about. When here we have two tenses, the past simple and the past continuous. Okay, in this sentence, look at this. I was having dinner when my father came. So this is what past continuous, and this is past simple. So
Yes,
when,
I know
okay.
this rule. I know
When
this rule.
usually when is followed by the past simple, usually. But can we say my father came when I was having dinner? Yes, we
No.
can.
We can.
Yes, we can have it. We can use when before the past simple or the past continuous. But usually we use it before the past simple. But we
and we choose while, when after while we will take the past simple.
After while we use the past continuous. I'll tell you about why right now. Okay, so this is
Was having long and came is short?
Yes, because I was having dinner, this is the long. I was having dinner, continuous. Then my father came. This is the short. So the long action is past continuous and the short action is past simple. Okay, you can use when at the beginning of the sentence. When my father came, comma, I was having dinner. It's the same, past simple, past continuous. But again, we can use the past continuous after when, and it will be correct. While is the opposite. After while, we use the past continuous, the long action, after while, and then the short action. Okay, so I say, while I was having dinner, my father came. If you used it in the middle, it will be followed by the long action in the past continuous. Can we say, I was having dinner while my father came? Can we say while and then the past continuous? No.
No.
Yes. After while comes the past continuous. After when, we usually use the past simple, but we can use the past continuous. Okay, this question quickly. Let's try to finish. If you know the answer, raise your hand. I lower your hands. Okay, here I want you to read and use the verbs here in the correct form. Yes, Abdul, number 1. Yes, Abdul.
Yes. When Sam arrived, we have a drink.
Again. When Sam arrived. Okay, this is the past simple.
Arrived. We
have.
I know. When Sam arrived, we were having a drink.
Yes, that's right. We were having. So when, past simple, then the past continuous. This is the short and this is the long. Having a drink, this is the long action. And came or arrived, it's the short action. Another sentence. Yes, Hannah.
Okay. She made a pizza when I was getting home from.
Okay. Let me ask you, Hannah. Make pizza and get home. Which one is longer and which one is shorter? Make pizza.
The longer is make.
Is make pizzas, right? So the longer action is in the past continuous. Was and were, the verb plus ing.
She
Yes.
she get a pizza.
No, make. Okay, make a pizza, but use make in the correct form.
She make
Past continuous. Was or were. It's the long one.
Mr. She make a pizza.
He was making.
Listen, please. I want to listen to Hannah. Yes, Hannah. Again.
She was making a pizza when I.
Yes.
She was making a pizza when I get home from
the past. This is the short. The short action should be in the past symbol. What's the past of get? Yes, got. That's all. That's it. So the long action, make pizza. Past continuous. The short action, get. It should be in the past symbol. Got home. All right. This one, Luigi.
Yes, Mr. She space in a shop when I last space her. She was working in a shop when I last saw her.
Yes, that's done. Great job. Work in a shop, long. This is the longer action in the past continuous. And see, short. It's short action. So it's in the past simple. Okay, so when you answer a question like this about the past simple and past continuous, you should think of the longer action, past continuous, shorter action, past simple. The last one. Yes, Marwan.
Okay. What was?
Okay. Here it's you.
What was you?
Was you or were you? With you, Marwan, with you. We use was or were. Yes. So what were you? And the verb do in the ing will be
doing.
Yes. So what were you doing? When?
When the alarm clock go.
That's right, Luigi. Great job. Yes. What's the past of go?
Was.
The past of go. Who can tell one? The past of go.
Went.
Yes. The past of go is yes. When.
When.
That's right. When. Yes. So again, this is the long action. What were you doing? This is the question. When the alarm clock went off, shorter action. The longer action here is sleeping. I was sleeping when the alarm clock went off. We've come to the end. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for keeping you late.